Do you know when you have the awareness that you are escalating out of a calm or peaceful place? Or maybe you're one of those that doesn't really know what even a calm or peaceful place feels like. Well, science proves that it takes 90 seconds for us to flow through an emotion. The difficulty is that we don't often complete that 90-second phase. We stick onto it. We grasp onto it. We get on our phones. We look at something that validates that feeling, that escalated or that hypersensitive feeling. We get on our phone and we call somebody and you say, can you believe just what so-and-so did or what happened? Or now the point is to stay in a greater awareness so that you know where you start to get to that place going, okay, what's going on here? Why am I, finger at me first, finger at you first? Why am I so deeply sensitive to this? What's going on for me? You see, if you have a problem with somebody else, that's actually your problem. It's not theirs. I often say what somebody thinks about me is none of my business because it's their perception. It's your perception. And your perception is your reality. So the moment that we can come into this awareness of what's going on in here, which is actually going on in here, our field, is what causes us dis-ease. So the moment that we can step into this 90-second jump to take us out of that or allow us to flow through that emotion to its completeness, to know that I'm still safe and I'm still here. So let's move on from this. That's actually what it is. It's no different than the deer that's in the field that hears that crack in the forest. It's just eating grass, eating grass, eating grass. Peaceful, calm. And here's that little twig crack somewhere off in the distance. And it's like, it's that startle. It's like, can you believe this? I can't believe there's potentially something in the forest. There's something in the forest, you know? And then you just watch and you look around your whole perimeter of your beingness with your eyes open and realize that you're safe. So let's go into that. Let's go into that 90-second jump. It's called bilateral movement. So sometimes you can even just go for a walk, and just a simple action of going for a slow walk is that bilateral movement. Today, this morning, here we are. We're going to work with the feet and we're going to work with the hands. And the feet are going to go ever so slowly. So that's the mantra, because you can imagine if you're getting into a hypersensitivity state, a stress or an anxiety, a trigger, you can feel it in your body. You can feel it escalating up into your chest. You can feel it sometimes just starting in your tummy a little tiny bit. It can be called butterflies. And sometimes butterflies can be a good thing because it means you've got this aliveness in your abdomen, and you're doing something that's a little out of your comfort zone. So it's important for you to check in with, turn on your awareness, your witness consciousness. It's a higher consciousness, and say, what is it that we're stepping into that I feel like this? You know, going for a job interview and you've got those butterflies. It's like, such an aliveness. Or you get the call and you've got the job. It's like, But take a look and see where this bilateral movement of your feet should be engaged. So let's take a look at that. Let's take a look at that. I'm going to take you down to my feet and I'm going to talk you through it. So here we are. We've got both the feet, and the bilateral movement is simply feeling your heels on the ground, like really feeling them. Feeling that groundedness. And I invite you to go back and follow this up with grounding and centering and aligning. And we're just going to move the feet bilaterally. And back and forth. How slow can you go? You can do this anytime. And you know what? What's really interesting about this is that you can do this and somebody else can reap the benefits. because you're putting this bilateral movement, this frequency, this vibration into your environment. Another really important thing is when you're doing this is don't close your eyes. Focus on something beautiful. It could be like the sun just shining off a piece of metal. It could be a flower. It could be something in your home that you really love, where you're sitting, what you really love. Because when we close our eyes, we can go out of our head again. This is a form of disassociation. It's important to orient yourself to the room that you're in. You can even do that just by simply observing the four corners of the room. We're bringing ourselves back. This is calming your parasympathetic nervous system. That's this nervous system that we want to live in. Often when we get engaged into stress or anxiety or a trigger, we're going up into a chest breath called the sympathetic nervous system. That's our fight, flight, freeze, and sometimes collapse area of our nervous system. You do this for 90 seconds. You can just count 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, or you can pay attention to your breath and find out how many breaths it takes for you to complete a 90-second cycle. And then you can count your inhalation to your lower abdomen. When you inhale, breathe to your lower abdomen. Allow the side ribs to expand a little, the back to expand a little, and then just naturally exhale. And breathing into the lower abdomen, feeling the sides and the back expand. And then breathing out just naturally. I am not one that believes in breath retention. I think that needs to be done under supervised or learned under supervised situations, because it can create a heightened anxiety if you start to retain your breath and it doesn't feel comfortable for you. The second part I'm going to show you is with the hands. So the hands are just bilaterally moving as well, with the same rhythm as the feet, well, as slow as we do with the feet. So we're going to lift the hands, feel the palm of the hand on the thigh, and just lift the hands. Now, if you're doing the feet, you can do the feet at the same time. Sometimes the feet, you go, well, that's not working. It could be a really heightened emotional state. We want to bring the hands in as well then, and the hands will help to bring that nervous system into the parasympathetic nervous system more efficiently or more quickly. So we're going back and forth with our hands. I'm moving my feet at the same time. You can just do your hands if you want to. You could be just out and about and feel like you want to move the hands. Follow your body's cues to see what needs to be done at that time. The third way is to take it on the arms and just simply lifting your hands on your arms. Often with children, you can call this the butterfly, and you can teach this to other people. My daughter was accelerated goalkeeper for soccer, and everybody would say to me, how can you be a goalkeeper soccer mom? Aren't you driving yourself crazy? And I would just, in the coldness of our evening soccer practices and games, I would regulate. I would regulate at a game because I knew my daughter could feel my field. Especially as a family field, we are connected. So when we're escalated, it's important that we de-escalate ourselves, not only for ourselves, but for the people that are in your environment, for the people that you're connected to. We can regulate and do this 90-second jump on somebody else's behalf and know that whatever we feed the field with our energy and our frequency, we don't just feed it for you, we feed it for all. So very important at this planetary time, this global time of injustice as we move to oneness, that we feed the field of regulation. We feed the field of calm and peace. We can turn this into a mini meditation and rock and think of something that you love. Focus on something that you love in your environment. And if you do not have something that you love in your environment, that would be the very first step. Put what you love where you live. Put your favorite colors in your room. Put your favorite book on the top of the table so it reminds you to pick it up. Put your favorite clothes out the night before, so when you wake up in the morning, you are reminded to put your favorite clothes on. I could have easily put on a sweatshirt and a pair of Lululemon pants. I put on something for you this morning, for me this morning, when I first woke up, so that I could be on here in some clothes that I like. Pick out your favorite earrings, put on your favorite ring, but most of all, make it one of your most favorite days. I'm Deborah O'Neill from blissbee.me, Integrative Holistic Health. I'm here to share because I care. I care for you. I care for all and what we feed into that field. Please join us in our monthly membership as we do deep dives into this awareness and witness work, as we work with different parts of our energetic body and our biofield. And we bring together what is our best life so we can be the best that we can be. The world needs you, and so do you need you. So step into that place of calm, that parasympathetic nervous system, that grounding, centering, aligning state, and share all of you with the world. I love you. Make it a great day.